Welcome back to English and History, the podcast where you improve your English while discovering incredible stories from the past. I'm your host, Jimmy, and today's story is about something that seemed impossible, the Miracle of Dunkirk. It was May 1940. World War II had just begun, and Nazi Germany was advancing quickly through Europe. The German army was one of the most powerful forces in the world. Fast, modern, and ruthless. In just a few weeks, German troops invaded France and pushed the British and the French armies all the way to the coast, to a small French town called Dunkirk. The situation was desperate. Around 400,000 Allied soldiers, most of them British, were trapped between the German army on one side and the sea on the other. They had almost no food, no ammunition, and no hope of escaping. The German planes were bombing the beaches every day, and the soldiers had nowhere to hide. At this point, the British government believed it was impossible to save everyone. They expected maybe 30,000 men could be rescued. If they were lucky, of course. But what happened next became one of the most inspiring moments in history. On May 26, 1940, the British military launched Operation Dynamo, a desperate plan to evacuate as many soldiers as possible from Dunkirk. But here's the problem. There weren't enough ships to save everyone. So, something incredible happened. Hundreds of ordinary people, fishermen, sailors, and even families with small boats, decided to help. They crossed the dangerous English Channel, risking their lives to rescue the soldiers trapped on the beaches. These small boats became known as the Little Ships of Dunkirk. For 9 long days, from May 26th to June 4th, the evacuation continued under constant attack from German planes. Smoke filled the sky. The sea was rough, and bombs exploded around them. Yet the rescue didn't stop. By the end of the operation, over 338,000 soldiers had been saved. What was expected to be a disaster turned into a miracle. When the soldiers finally arrived back in England, people lined the streets, cheering and clapping. Prime Minister Winston Churchill called it a miracle of deliverance. He also reminded everyone that though they had escaped, quote-unquote, wars are not won by evacuations. In other words, the battle was far from over. But the spirit of Dunkirk gave hope to Britain and to the world. It showed that even in the darkest moments, courage, unity, and determination can make the impossible happen. And now, let's review some useful vocabulary from today's story. Desperate. When you feel there's almost no hope. Ruthless. Cruel. Showing no mercy. Trapped. Unable to escape. Evacuate. To remove people from a dangerous place to a safe one. Operation Dynamo. The name of the British rescue mission. Rescue. To save someone from danger. Risk one's life. To do something very dangerous that could cause death. Deliverance. Being saved from a bad situation. Unity. Being together and supporting each other. Determination. Not giving up, even when things are difficult. This was English and History. I'm your host, Jimmy, and I'll see you in the next episode. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to this channel for more stories like that. Cheers!